It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday morning, June 22nd, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Wednesday morning, June 22nd, 2016. Top story at 8:30 a.m. on this Wednesday morning is Washington, where his campaign in turmoil. Donald Trump seeking to get back on track with a real tactic, attacking Hillary Clinton, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, as he would deliver a speech on Wednesday in New York on Clinton's home turf. The Coast Guard is the waters out before the Gulf Coast early Wednesday for the desperate search for Mrs. Selma Kerr, the father and his 3 teenage children were attempting to survive in the rough seas who had not. England is living a Donald Trump moment. A toxic political brew is percolated ahead of the UK's referendum on Thursday on whether to leave the European Union, a fateful vote with consequences not just for America's closest historic ally. Still, South Korea. North Korea took a significant step Wednesday in the development of a powerful ballistic missile intended to reach the U.S. A pedestrian walks with it as the lightning strikes during an evening thunderstorm in the German and northern India. Paris, the French government and unions have reached a compromise Wednesday allowing a new labor march in Paris amid heightened politics and renowned children. Displaced families in a refugee camp in Western Fallujah, more than 85,000 refugees have fled to the fight against the Islamic State, and many people have been forced to sleep in the open desert as supplies are run low. A piece of a plane debris found off Kangaroo Island off the coast of South Australia did not come from MH370, Australian officials have confirmed. India and Pakistan has to become full members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and a security group dominated by China and Russia. 20 Congress members have sent Obama a letter requesting protection of the Palestinian children from Israeli abuses. Patna, India. Lightning strikes during torrential rain killed dozens of people in northeastern India, officials said. The battle contained 2 large wildfires spreading out of control of a San Gabriel Valley communities became something of a smoking slaughter Tuesday as firefighters struck out the flames in the market candies evacuated residents actually waited word. A man was in critical condition on Tuesday night after police had never met pushed him into the Charles River earlier in the day. Initial statement message saying police say the victim was taken to women's hospital in grave condition. Orlando, after the initial burst of fire between Omar and the security guard of the Pulse died, a group of 5 or 6 police officers arrived at the scene with a minute spoke fight at the large glass window and entered the club. New York City lawmakers have passed one advocates call pirate equipment for free tampons and sanitary pads in public schools, homeless shelters, and jails. Washington, the Clinton Foundation has been hacked by the same Russians accused of hacking the Democratic Party and Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. Washington, a top U.S. military general said he was aware of Grand Sergeant by command to the system. Libya suggested more troops and airstrikes in the effort. Tesla Borders Incorporated offered to buy Solar City Corporation would combine 2 already deeply linked companies that offer clean energy and facilities in a one-stop shop. London, stocks and Sheldon Rosenwald and safe haven assets are gold and bonds slipped on Wednesday as investors grew more optimistic. Britain would vote to remain in the European Union in the referendum on Thursday. A widespread claim that dozens of nuclear plants too costly to run properly now meant due. Subsidies to protect the Earth's common just collide with American reality. Tokyo Mitsubishi Motor Corporation said Wednesday it expected a swing in a net loss of $1.38 billion fiscal year, which would be the first in 8 years. The crumbles of the fuel economy data scandal that has led to surge in costs. London, British Energy Services Company Subsea 7 said it was driven in its labor force by more than 1,000 to effort to adjust to the era of low oil prices. Brussels, a bottom-up strategy steered by local leadership can help tackle the challenges from climate change in the ground where the council officials said from Brussels. Washington, Trader Joe's company agreed to reduce greenhouse gases from its refrigerated equipment and settlement with the U.S. Department of Justice and EPA. Calgary, Alberta, this autumn more than 50,000 acres of land in the northern parts of Alberta as part of an effort to streamline the portfolio of Insana Corporation, the company said. Alright, take a look at the stocks on this Wednesday morning. The Dow up Dow 17 29.73, SP 528.90, and Nasdaq 4,843.76. The NOA and in Alabama, Speaker after Speaker Tuesday night urged City Councils to reject the proposed city budget until $1 million off for the gap for the schools bridge. The upward of the opposition of the $125.5 million spending plan came during the public hearing in one of the toughest budget years in recent memory. Flat state aid and increasing costs creating shortfalls on both the city and school sides. Of the spending plan, city department is facing $2 million gap wall. The schools have a $4 million hole to fill. 10 city jobs have been cut only in the department as many as 30 or 40 teachers could be lost in the deal with a lack of cash. Boston, a former postal service worker who stole sports cards valued at $68,000 been sent back to mail while working at the Boston Post Office and been sentenced to 3 years of probation. The LA predicts coalition tariffs will worsen over the next year, but others are more confident in the crowd's resiliency. Cape Canaveral, its stretch-haven International Space Station, a large Cygnus cargo ship filled with space station trash was released from the station last week to send re-entry to the Earth's atmosphere in additional gate Wednesday morning. Lower activity of the Spencer gene may affect a person's social behavior, including the ability to form a healthy relationship, researchers said. Evidence is abandoned that the doctors receive as little as one meal from a drug company, tend to prescribe more expensive brand name medication for common ailments than those who don't. Every year, almost 500,000 children across the United States visit emergency rooms with concussions, but recent study found that the number of men who catch just how many kids really have concussions. Peter Cello News Time, 8:36 on this. Now 8:37 on this Wednesday morning. It's time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox lost to the Chicago White Sox 3-1. Tonight, the Sox and White Sox squatted again at Fenway Park at 7:10 p.m. with Eduardo Rodriguez in the man for the Red Sox. Argentina beat the United States and the men's national team 4-0 tonight. They make it look very easy. Jurgen Klinsmann is catching a lot of very much deserved criticism for picking the old slow line that they give his team no chance. Roy McIlroy's latest break contains to pull out Olympics McIlroy and Nance's decision in first statement on Monday morning said that Zika virus is the biggest reason for not quoted Rio later this summer. I made reports that the 31st franchise will be awarded to the Las Vegas as soon as the 2017-18 season. Hockey fans across the globe are part of their next Sin City weekend. Saints tight end Kobe Flinders jumps with his own players are ready to make their noise with a new team this offseason. Peter Cello News Time is now 8:38 on this Wednesday morning, and it's time now for a traffic and trend report. Woo-wee! Let's start off down in Rhode Island in eastern Connecticut. We're 395, looking good from Norwich all the way up to Webster, Massachusetts. 95 at the southbound side, little slow before Route 146 in Providence. 146 at the southbound side, slow before 95. 95 at the northbound side, so from 37 and work all the way out to downtown Providence. 146 on the southbound and northbound side, a little slow on Route 99. 99 at the northbound side, it's a little slow from 146 all the way out to the 122 in Woonsocket. But how is the always Rhode Island looking good? Out of the Cape, Route 28 on the northbound side, little slow around the Bourne Rotary, but 6 from somewhere all the way at the Orleans and Bourne Bridge is looking good. 495, it's looking good from Franklin all the way to Bourne, but 495 on the northbound side, it is so from 140 in Franklin all the way out to the Mass Park at the eastbound side, little slow from Millbury all the way out to Westburg. 95 on the southbound side, it is slow from 140 Foxborough all the way to 152 to North Area. Then northbound side, it's slow from 140 Foxborough all the way to Route 128 in Canton. 24 on the northbound side, it is slow from Harrison Boulevard and name on Route 128 in Canton. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is slow from Derby Street and Hingham all the way to the Braintree Split. 120 both ends, it's slow from 24 in Randolph all the way to the Braintree Split. Southeast Expressway at the northbound side, it's slow from the Split all the way at the Bass Pike. 120 on the northbound side, slow from 95 in Norwood all the way to Route 20 Waltham. Mass Park in the eastbound side, so from Natick all the way out to the Brain, the Brute Tunnel. Mass Park over the westbound side, it did it so from Logan Airport all the way to South Boston. 93 on the southbound side, it did it so from Woodburn all the way at the Boston, 93 on the northbound side, so from Woodburn all the way at Route 128, 93 on the southbound side, it did so before Route 128. 120 on the southbound side, it did so from Linfield all the way at the Waltham. 495 on the southbound side, it did so around the Marlborough stretch. 290 on the eastbound side, Lowell before the Marlborough stretch. 495 on the eastbound, northbound side, it did so from Route 2 in Wilton all the way at the Lowell. 495 on the southbound side, so from Lowell to Westford. 495 on the southbound side, it did so from Lawrence all the way at the Route 93. Route 3 in the southbound side, so from 495 below the Billwick and then the Billwick again before Route 120 in Burlington. 290 in the eastbound side, so from 146 to Route 9 in Worcester. Up in New Hampshire, Spalding Turnpike on the southbound side, Little Slam, Route 4 in Durham. Route 4 in the eastbound side, Little Slam, Route 7 in Brooklyn, Vermont. But highways and byways of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine not looking good. Out in Springfield vicinity, I-91 on the northbound side of the Sulphur, 57 Route 291 in Springfield. I-91 on the northbound side of Little Silver, the Mass Pike in Chicopee. I-91 on the northbound side of Little the Deerfield stretch. Interstate 90 eastbound side of Little Silver before the Stockbridge stretch. 91 on the southbound side of Sulphur, 291 to I-84 in Hartford, Connecticut. I-84 on the eastbound side of Little Silver to West Hartford. 91 on the northbound side, it is slow from Glassbury to Newington. I-84 on the eastbound on the westbound side of Little Silver after the Warburg stretch after Route 8. I-84 on the westbound side of Little Silver before Route 7 in Denver. Route 7 on the southbound side of Little Silver before Denver. Merck Parkway on the southbound side so for Bridgeport to Stanford. 95 on the southbound side so before Route 8. And 95 on the southbound side so for Fairfield to Greenwich. And highways and byways in New York City are slow. Alright, take a look at MBTA alerts at 8:41. Orange Line Express minor delays to disabled train on the commuter rail. Fairmont train 7:54, 7:55 a.m. Inbound to depart rebuild is operating near schedule. Worcester train 5:05, 7:15 a.m. from South Station operating 5 to 10 minutes beyond schedule between Framingham and Worcester due to train traffic. And ferries, they are looking good. Peter Channel News Time is now 8:42 on this beautiful Wednesday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And looking at radar. Looking at radar, and it shows some a line of rain showers southeast of Springfield, Vermont, and northeast of Key, New Hampshire, and west of I-89. And also seen some rain showers in northeast of Rochester, New Hampshire, and up in Freiburg, Maine. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this for today. Most skies about 8 degrees. Calm wind becoming southwest wind 8 miles an hour in the afternoon. Tonight, most skies about 54 degrees. West wind about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Thursday, showers likely between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Punch sky about 75 degrees. Light variable. Wind becoming south wind 6 miles in the afternoon. Chance 6%. New Pittsburgh between 1/4 inch possible. Thursday, check the showers maybe before 10 p.m. Punch bug after 5 a.m. Most skies becoming most skies about 54 degrees. Northeast wind 5 to 7 miles. Anticipation 30%. New Pittsburgh between the 10 inch possible. Friday, punch bug before 7 a.m. South skies about 80 degrees. North from about 5 miles coming in the morning. Friday night, punch bug after 5 a.m. Most skies at 56 degrees. Saturday, punch bug before 7 a.m. South skies about 84 degrees. Saturday night, punch bug after 5 a.m. Most skies at 58 degrees. Sunday podcast coming 86 months, 59 degrees. Monday, most of the podcast coming 85 about 62 degrees. And for Tuesday, put that sky 85 degrees. Currently not near it is 68 degrees and most skies 3 above Celsius and humidity of 57%. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this June 22nd, 2016 on a Wednesday morning. Please have a good day with a good positive attitude, and I'll see you for an 11 a.m. news report. Have a good morning.